Early 1950s Magnavox black and white combo unit. It's hard to put an exact date on these because of the way Magnavox did their model and chassis numbers, and they'd sort of mix and match. Everything was sort of custom, but this is a pretty nice piece. And a normie would turn this into a liquor cabinet real quick. Up here you got your phonograph. And we do have some paperwork here, so we might need to look at this. Getting the most out of phonograph records. We'll have to open this up. San Francisco Western Hotels. Oh, here's the cord. I want to try and power it up, dim bulb it. This is frozen, dried grease. Look at the lion head. That's kind of cool. So we'll dim bulb it. We'll try and get it to see about where it is. The American by Magnavox. AM, FM. So this is just your standard sort of early 50s box TV with the speaker and the phonograph. There's really nothing special here except the cabinet and the way it's assembled. Figure out what's the point of this. Okay, this just looks like you got to finger it. Okay. So that's just like record storage. Man, that's sort of how you doing flimsy, isn't it? Anyway, let's get into the back of this thing. And I do like that. That is very classy. And the wood is nice. It's, you know, it's a very beautiful piece. Well, let's look at the paperwork. When it comes to finding schematics and stuff for Magnavox, it can be really tricky. How to operate your Magnavox radio phonograph. Television receiver. An emblem of quality. Ooh, cabinet care. Range of reception. Look at that. Is that cool or what? Is that the nuclear drone, nuclear detection drone, flying around looking to identify the radioisotopes from the hidden device in the city below? The test pattern. All television stations from time to time will put a test pattern on the air. Really? How does television work? Ooh, Not so very long ago, the possibility of seeing and hearing events happening miles away in the comfort of one home would have smacked of witchcraft to the vast majority of us looking at technical training. Okay, the purpose of this booklet. I don't think this belongs. No. No, not the same. Wow, this has schematics in it. Man, look at those old bulbs, those old vacuum bulbs. UX 210. Okay, we're getting off topic here. Before you call your service technician, we suggest that I'll just scan this. I'll try and scan this. If you want to read it, pause. – 2310 South La Cienega Boulevard, Los Angeles 34, California. Wonder what that means. 34. So I'm gonna make a new back for it out of plywood because I bumped it and did this damage to it. I can fix this, I can glue this all back together, but one of the reasons why I wanted to get to it is I wanted to make a new back for it. So here's the numbers, and then here's the chassis number, CT302. We'll test the CRT. Wow, look at that speaker. What is that, a 15 or an 18? Damn. I bet that thing bumps. So let's take a look at the inside. Like I say, it's just a standard 50s box TV. In a different cabinet. It looks like it has a Rollin tube in it, which was Zenith, right? Or maybe not at this time. 20 CP4A. The tuner is pretty impressive. It has push-pull 6L6s right there. Those are probably worth more than the whole entire set if they're good. Ooh, are they black plate? See that right there? So AM/FM tuner with that big power transformer. It's like a 250 watt power transformer. Look at it. It's almost as big as the TV. In fact, it almost does look about as big as the TV. Six SN7, that's probably the phase inverter preamp. 6L6. The rest of them are just, oh, it has an I tube too. Wow, 6U5. Wow, this thing is impressive all the way around. CB322AA. That must be the chassis number for that. And then this one was CT302. It's in very nice condition. Kind of digging it, especially this thing is insane. You're supposed to be able to rotate it, I thought, to pick up your favorite stations. Now this someone tied this in here, so before I power this up, we should really see if it's been recapped, because it would be really sad to cremate those 6L6s with leaky capacitors. That would be a crime. The black plate posse would come after me. Okay, 6 volts. We are glowing. Let's see. No shorts. No shorts. Ooh, good cutoff. Oh yeah, this is a good CRT. This sucker's strong. For just powering it up, I mean, who knows how long it's been. Yeah, happy sunshine, smiley face CRT. This no cloudy day. Very gonna be bright. So I'm tracing out the back, and I'm gonna make one out of like 1/2-inch plywood, and then cut 2x6s to protect the CRT neck. This CRT is worth protecting. I'm just tracing it. This is pretty simple. Okay, well here it is. An exact traced replica of the back. And I'm going to have to figure out the ventilation scheme of it. Right now I'm just trying to make this to protect the CRT. And the whole idea here was just to build something that, you couldn't knock the back of the CRT off and neck it, especially a good CRT. Let's bring it up on a dim bulb and see what it does. I'm going to use a dim bulb, 60 watt to start, and I'm going to use a solid state 5U4 that I made. I really much prefer this method over Variac. Variac is a voltage limiting device. A light bulb is a current. Wow, is that loose? Light bulb is a current limiting device, and I really want to limit the current or power. This will allow me to get around the filament in this, because with this you have to have enough going into it to heat the filament to where this starts conducting. With this, very, very little. So I'm going to start with this. Doesn't really want to go in there very easy. I don't know, the tube just fell out of there. I don't know why that's so tough. Hey, here we go. Oh boy. Full brightness. Full brightness. And it's getting dimmer. I'd really like to actually start out with like a 25 or 40 watt bulb, but I'm not at my regular location. It's getting dimmer. So let's let that sit for a few minutes and see if anything gets hot here. This probably needs to be recapped anyway. A set of this era just needs to be recapped. But we're just doing sort of an analysis here. I say to destroy these would be just an absolute crime. These actually looked a bit baked. Look at the getter. Man, can you imagine this thing with that big speaker and two 6L6s? Why does this thing rattle the room? So this is a little bit concerning. It's been sitting for about 10 minutes, and if I pull the rectifier out, it's drawing quite a bit of power through that. I don't see the filaments at all, so I'm well below that threshold of the tubes conducting. I'm just let it sit for another minute or two. Let's go up to a 150 watt bulb. Let's see if that's enough to get us to the point where maybe we could hear something. It still certainly seems like there's a yeah. 6L6s are conducting because it started to get bright. Okay, let's go to the actual real. Ooh. Let's go to the actual real 5U4 tube. At least it's a sacrificial fuse if something should short. FM boost. Oh, broadcast. KNX. Oh. That's 800-840-1546. Hearing it. Yeah.
Have you ever wondered why we have the Christmas traditions we have? For example,
oh my God.
Why is mistletoe part of Christmas? And why do people kiss under it? Baylor University professor Michael Foley wrote a book about Christmas traditions.
Wow, the bass is incredible.
Under the mistletoe. He explains. Well, the short answer is...
But the speaker is bad. I hear a rattle. Bummer.
So the Druids used to revere mistletoe. It was a sign of peace. If they met under a mistletoe, they had a truce. If they had been enemies before. The Christmas tree.
Seasonal affective disorder.
Baptizing of a pagan custom. It is actually uniquely Christian, and it has to do with the fact that December 24th is the unofficial feast.
Oh my God! That is ridiculously loud. Holy crap!
No te preocupes. Don't know about it.
I was struck by how many different cultures have.
Are piling up. We just need some extra cash to help us get by for a few weeks.
We should do what my brother did. He went to Bill's Happened Up. No, if you love new music.
Did they buy her a trinket? From now on.
FM works. Speaker has that little voice coil rattle, which is really unfortunate. But this thing bumps. It has that low frequency hit, but it also sounds like there's no high end. Okay. You know what? I don't want to run it with leaky capacitors and ruin the tubes. One more thing before phone. Nope, no activity. Cartridge is dead. In a future video, I'm going to take this out and we're going to go through it and at least recap it to where it's safe to use. I'm hoping maybe that speaker will, if it's just something loose, or maybe it'll fall out of if it's stuck in the voice coil, or maybe it's a crack in the cone and I can glue it with speaker glue. So we'll come back to this, but this is promising because it doesn't sound like it's got horrid silver mica disease, which is what I was worried about. You know, these things are just all going to have silver mica disease at some point. It's just inevitable. Okay, TV. Let's see, do the same. And we know the TV's got some hours on it because it's had a replacement CRT. Same thing. Same method. We'll go with the, I don't know why this doesn't, there we go. Go with the solid state rectifier. We'll go back to the 60 watt bulb. And then we'll power it up. See what happens. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow. It's almost like a dead short. Okay, I'm going to let it sit for a little bit. I'll pull this out and see how much dimmer it gets. Can't do it one-handed with this stupid locking. It gets a little dimmer. The filaments are just gobbling up the... Oh, it actually gets... Yeah. Okay, I'm still going to let it reform for a little bit. Okay, we'll go up to the 150 here. And if I wasn't making sense to earlier about the 6L6 tubes, for someone that's maybe unfamiliar with tube stuff, those 6L6 tubes, those are like some of the beefiest audio output tubes. You know, they're bigger than 6V6. There's some of the higher powered ones. I mean, you know, not for hi-fi, but for something like a combo unit to have a push-pull 6L6 audio output, that's pretty beefy for a TV combo unit. Just looked at the spec sheet on the 6L6, and depending on how they have those configured and the plate voltage, they can do up to 35 watts. So 35 watts in a television, 35 watts of audio, I mean, that's nothing to produce today. You can produce that with a little Class D, you know, dime-sized chip. But for 1952 or something, that was a lot of power, especially fed through a high-efficiency 15-inch speaker. So this thing will rock. Just still letting this reform. Some of them are down in there. I don't know if I want it. Nothing seems to be getting hot. Okay, we'll do this for a minute. Oh, wow. You're winning my heart, Magnavox. This thing might actually produce a picture. Wow. And it's full screen, too. I wonder if this has been recapped. You know, I should go back to the 5U4 because I'm way overvolting the plates. Yeah, I got our converter box hooked up to this thing. Let's see what happens here. I'm not getting any audio. I don't know if that's because I need to have the amp powered up. Would it actually use that? Usually when you put these in phono, it just bypasses directly from this TV audio output to the speaker, but this is not doing it. So it sure looks like the tuner is awake. Let's See, I want channel 3. Should be either that one. It sure looks like it's awake, but it's not. It's hard without sound too. You know what? I'll plug the amp in for a minute. Yeah, it uses the two 6L6s for the TV. That's incredible. Damn. I can't believe it has full deflection. Let me see, I'm on channel 3 here. Channel 3. Oh. What's going on here?
Your best gift of all. Please, number on your screen. If operators are busy, go to lovestriders.org to give whatever you can. Thank you for giving.
Sweat from stress is actually smellier than other kinds of sweat. That's why I use Secret Clinical Antiperspirant. It works on sweat for stress, heat, and activity. It provides 3 times stress sweat protection. Secret works.
Hi, Susan. Hey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The real honey you love, plus the powerful cough relief you need.
Mind if I root through your trash?
Robitussin, with real honey and elderberry.
Why are you shimmying? Oh, Unstoppables now has odor blocker, so I'll feel fresh all day, even after a red eye.
Yeah, we all use Unstoppables.
Looks like he does too.
Smells unstoppable.
And here we go.
Put it on channel 4.
Yep. For talk and text with reliable coverage and your second month free, call Consumer Cellular.
My kid can hide anything.
Horizontal, vertical, brightness,
Especially when they've been using toilet
picture.
paper that doesn't hold up.
New Charmin Ultra Strong has a diamond with Charmin.
So you're fine. You should start screening for colon cancer. I'm Cologuard, a non-invasive way to...
Yeah, there's no video getting through, but it's all there. This is really promising. This is really promising. But you know what? I don't want to risk ruining something here because of leaky paper capacitors. So I think I've done a solid analysis on it, and I've made a back that'll protect it. So in the future, we will come back to this and we'll break it up. We'll do the tuner first, and then we'll do the TV. Yeah, these 50s box TVs, they're a little bit... I cannot believe that they have this design so that you have to run that in order to hear the sound from that. I mean, I guess if you had it in a bar or a commercial space or something to where you needed to, you know, fill a 5,000 square foot room full of people with sound, I can see why you would need that big ass amp for the TV. But this thing's insane. This is insane. And I can actually see by looking up here that this thing has not been recapped. This has got all the original wax paper capacitors in it. So yeah, you do not want to run this for any length of time. I think this will protect the CRT. This would protect the CRT from U-ship.
I've been listening to holiday music since November started. We're keeping you in the holiday spirit with the Yule Log on KTLA 5 and Coast 103.5.